Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abisola and the name of the channel is Real BB. If you're a first time viewer or you're just passing by the street of YouTube and you decide to stop by to watch my video, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate. Please do well to subscribe to the channel before you go and join this little community. My returning subscribers, yeah, no, I already love you. Thank you so much for your love and support. I really appreciate. Thank you. My returning viewers, this is not the first time you are watching my video, but you are yet to subscribe to this channel. We are going to give you 1 minute to do that.
3, 2, 1.
Did you do it? Thank you. So in today's video, guys, as you can see from the caption below, oh God, before I say that, my last video, God, as at this morning that I'm filming, we're already on 6K views. Wow, I can't believe it, but I know without you guys, there is no me. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate. So in today's video, as you can see from the caption below, we are going to be talking about the step-by-step process to apply for a UK study visa, a UK student visa, UK Tier 4 visa. Anyone you choose to call it is fine. So while I was doing the process, I actually did it by myself, no agents involved. And then you see this book, I documented all the process in it because I felt like a lot of you guys might want to ask me, how did you do it? How did you go about it? And be like, okay, why not? Let's make a video. So without rambling, guys, let's get into today's video. Welcome back, guys. So before we go ahead, I would like to put out a disclaimer. I'm not a UK immigration officer and I'm not a visa application officer or anything. I'm just giving out this information based on my own perspective, the process I passed through while I was doing it. You guys are meant to go online and make further research before you take any steps. So I'm just giving out this as, okay, from my own view, this is what I did, okay? So that somebody will not come and say, it's Bisola that said we should do it like that. It's not me, oh. Okay, I documented all the process. I went online to UK Gov website to make all inquiries that is necessary before I put out this video. That's why it took me some time before I could come up with this video. But then in this video, we are going to be I'm not teaching, but I feel like a teacher right now because we are going to be sectioning this video into parts and then we'll be taking it one step at a time. So the first part, guys, is okay, let me just list out the parts that are involved. The first one is applying to schools for admission. The second one is the tuberculosis test, popularly known as IOM. Then the next one is CAS, which is the confirmation of acceptance of studies. And then we'll move on to visa application, IHS payments, and the likes. Then flights, because yeah, we are going to be talking about, I'm an accountant in case I've not told you guys. So we are going to be talking about the process and then the costs if you are coming alone and if you are coming with a dependent, the number of dependents you are coming with. We are going to be breaking it down and we are going to be doing accounts of all the money that you guys are about to spend. Don't get scared, guys. I promise you, it's not in chicken change. So let's start. So guys, I forgot to mention, but I just assumed that if you're applying to a visa for any country, you should have an international passport. That's why I didn't mention it. But first thing should be international passport. A good international passport, your names are correctly spelled, your date of birth is correct, every other information is correct, no issues. If you're coming with your partner, I would advise to do a change of name. But I think some people don't do. I have a couple of friends that didn't do, but I did. I had to change my name to my husband's surname. You get, so you have a good international passport. Check. Then the next one, applying to schools. Okay, now the student visa allows a main applicant, sorry, a main applicant to apply to school. And then if you apply to school and you get admission, you can come in with your dependents, that's your wife and your kids. That's what we're talking about now. I think some people go in with their fiancé, people that are not yet married to, but there's a whole lot of process about that. You can read about that online. I'm not going to be talking about that in this video. So I'm talking about dependents, your wife and maybe your children. You get? So if you apply to schools and they give you admission, the school give you cars, we are going to be talking about that in detail. But applying to schools, you can go to SIUK, study in UK, go online, check SIUK, then look for the schools you want to go to. You will be checking, you make research on the amount the school pays both for deposit and the total school fee. You want to work with your budget, guys. You don't want to go to school that their deposit is high or the school fees is high. In my own case, my husband is the one going to school and I'm a dependent. But yeah, he helped me with all, we actually did all the process together, and then he helped me putting all this together so that I can give you guys informed decisions. So yeah, you are going to go to SIUK to make inquiries on the amount the school is paying, the schools that offer the course you want to study, and then maybe the ranking of the school. You don't just want to go to any house school. It's important that you go to a good school. Yeah, if you're spending the amount of money to come study here, you have to go to a good school. So check about the rank of the school, their what they require, and the likes. So now you've gotten a school. This is the school I want to apply for. Then you go on to the application process. The application process now, things that you need to get your transcript from your previous school where you have your BSc certificate. You need to get your WAEC results, and it's compulsory that you have at least a C5 or 6 is a pass mark in English, or else I think you're going to be writing the IELTS. But I feel like everybody should have a pass mark in English to study in the university in Nigeria. I don't know if I'm wrong, quote me wrong. So after that, so I've mentioned your transcript, your WAEC certificate we pass in English. You are going to have your school certificate, your BSc certificate, and then you are going to have a reference letter. Your reference letter will be, some schools accept academic reference. You can talk to your lecturers in your school to write an academic reference for you, or a professional reference, that is where you work, they write a reference letter for you. I think some schools ask for the both, some ask for one of them. Some schools, one of them is fine. So you get your reference letter. Then some schools also ask for CV. You prepare a CV. That's why I say you should go on SIUK. That's Study in UK is a website. Just check so you know the requirements, or you go to the school. When you have gotten the school, go to the school website. You know what they require to apply for admission. But in my own scenario, we use transcripts, BSc certificate, WAEC result with pass in English. We use reference letter, a CV, and then the last one is statement of purpose. I feel like this statement of purpose is the only thing that a lot of people might not understand if you have not tried to do this process. But the statement of purpose is like an essay you are going to write on why you are applying to this school, why you want to study this course, why you are changing from the previous course you're studying. Because a lot of people, maybe they studied engineering, like Uncle Moody, he studied engineering, then he was moving to IT. So they will ask you, like in this statement of purpose, you write why you are picking the school, why you want to study in the UK, why UK, like why not US, why not Canada, why not Australia. You tell them why you want to study in UK, why you want to study in the school, why you want to study the course. You know, if you have anybody, if you have anybody that has done the process, you can ask them what the statement of purpose is like, and they are going to show you. You can ask me too. I'll speak further on it, but it's like an essay that you have to write, and you have to be convincing enough, because you should write why you think they should give you the admission and stuff like that. You have to be convincing enough, because I've had cases of people not giving admission because of their statement of purpose. Yes, that's possible. And then you don't want to go and start copying somebody else's statement of purpose. You people, yeah, you cannot go and be copying somebody. It's not copy assignment to in university. So you can't be copying somebody's statement of purpose. You have to come up with your own unique statement of purpose. Another thing I'll chip in into the admission is you like to apply to not just one school. Like some people apply as much as 15, 10 schools. Anyone that come first, fine. Just try and make inquiry of the school. Apply to a lot of schools. So then after the application, before they give you the admission, some people get a conditional offer and some people get an unconditional offer. What this means is that when you get a conditional offer, that means you need to fulfill a condition before your admission can be finalized. If I'm making any sense, if you get a conditional offer, that means there's a condition you need to fulfill before your admission can be finalized. It might be that maybe you need to attach okay, some schools also ask of scratch card for WAEC. Like this scratch card we use to check WAEC results. And like some people ask you to attach it so that they can check the WAEC result directly on their on the WAEC websites and stuff. So if you get a conditional offer of admission, you are going to be, they will tell you what the condition you are supposed to fulfill before the admission can be final. So if you get an unconditional offer, you assume that okay, you have gotten the admission without a condition. So guys, if your admission is conditional, the school is going to tell you what you are supposed to upload. It might be your statement of purpose. They might tell you to write a new statement of purpose. It might be that one document is missing. They'll tell you to upload it. So there's this new thing that one of my friends that is applying recently told me about, and I feel like I should tell you guys. During our own period, during our own time, the school didn't ask of it, but I think this is a new development. So it's called Qualification Check, and it's for £30. Qualification check, and it's for £30. That is, you're going to load credits to the platform, and then they check with the school you finished from, the BSc, like your university. They are going to check with them if your certificate is confirmed. So it's a qualification check, and you have to pay £30. So I don't know if it's all schools that do it, but that's like the first time I'm hearing it. So just put that at the back of your mind. Your school might ask for qualification check, £30, you are going to pay that. So what again are we? Okay, so if you have an unconditional offer, I told you that unconditional offer means that your admission is final, but then there is academically unconditional. That is, there's academically unconditional, like that is, you don't have to upload anything. You have your admission is fine, but then you have to move ahead to paying your deposits. Yes, deposit of the school fee. So now when we talk about deposit of the school fee, some schools, you have to, I told you, go to the school website, make inquiries on how much they accept as deposit. Some schools collect as low as 3,000, 3,500, some 5,000, some 50% deposit. Every school, they are unique in their own way. They have the amount they accept for deposit. But then there are some schools that their deposits are very low, that will tell you that you have to pay 50% before enrollment day. Make sure that you check very well. Those schools, their deposits are always very low. They can tell you pay 2K pounds as deposit, but then before enrollment you have to pay like 50 or 60%. So make sure you are making inquiries, you know what you are getting into before you start, because sometimes when the deposits are low, they might use it to lure people, and then you have to be rushing to pay the 50% before enrollment date. Have that at the back of your mind. So after the deposits, while paying the deposits, I feel like I should tell you guys that okay, Nigerian, you can use Nigerian trade system, which is preferable because it's quite cheaper. It's called the Form A system, trade system. You get Form A. Just go to bank and make inquiries, or if you have any banker close to you, ask them. So Form A is quite cheaper, but the process is long. Like you have to have patience for them to debit you, but then it's still quite cheaper. So that's why I would advise that if you are doing this process, you should start on time. Like start on time, because we'll still be talking about tuberculosis test and visa application. There are queues in this place. People are jackpying. Like people are not playing with jackpot. So the earlier you start, the better for you. I didn't have issues with. We really don't have issues with anything because we started very early. Because when it got to the peak period, there will be a lot of people in the IUM center, a lot of people in visa application centers. You have to be taking numbers, queuing, going as early as possible. Trade system will frustrate you. You need patience. Patience is very important. So, as we were saying, it's advised that you use the trade system to apply for, to pay for the deposit. After you have successfully paid your deposit, then we are going to be moving to CAS. That's confirmation of acceptance of studies. Now, there are two things. There is CAS and there is tuberculosis test. I feel like after paying deposit, immediately after you pay your deposit, you should apply for your tuberculosis test. You go to the IOM center, go to the IOM website, pick a date, and then you go to their centers because they only have two centers in Nigeria, one in Abuja and one in Lagos. So you know that everybody from other states, they will be going to Abuja and Lagos to do the process too. So I feel like immediately after paying your deposit, apply for, even before the debit you, even before the deposit payment clicks, apply for a date and go to the IM center for your tuberculosis test. It does not take long. If you go today, they do the test for you today, you get the results today, and that's all. But when it got to the peak period, when a lot of people are applying, my sister, my brother, you don't want to face the stress. You have to be there as early as 5 a.m. Sometimes when you get there at 5 a.m., there's no number again. Okay, that's not why we are here. So you have to apply as early as possible so that you can get a date that people are not much yet. So go to the IM website, pick a date. All these things are quite easy to do. We did it by ourselves. But if you want to pay an agent, I don't know about that. But again, there are also some free agents, like they work with the school. These agents, they help you in the process. You can maybe ask them questions. They work with the school, so those ones you don't have to pay them. Those ones you can use them. You can use them. But all those agents that collect money from you, I don't know about them. We did the process by ourselves, and it even got to. Then if you have friends that have traveled, you can also ask them. They're always willing to help because during our own time, we had people that were asking questions and they were answering us. So just check with your friends that travel. Don't disturb me. I'm doing agent. If you want to do agent, just pay me money. I'll do agent for you. But yeah, you can ask me questions too. I'll definitely answer. Just ask your friends that have traveled. They will put you through one or two things. A lot of people did this thing by themselves. It's not Ojuju Calabar. It's not it's not jazz. It's not magic. You can do it by yourself. So what were we talking about? Digression. So we are talking about IOM. So I think you should apply for it as early as possible. Go to the IOM website, pick a date for appointment. When you get an appointment date, go on your appointment date. Go as early as possible. Meet up with time of your appointment. Do the tuberculosis test and have the result at hand. You know that one has check check it out of your list that okay, you have done your tuberculosis test. So now we move to CAS. Tuberculosis test, that's all about it. No long story. It's just that when you do it late and people are too much, that's when you have issues. But if you do it very early, you don't have issues. So now we talk about CAS, confirmation of acceptance of studies. So this CAS now, after you have successfully paid your deposits, after you have waited 738,000 nights and 588,000 mornings from A to debit you, and you have successfully paid your deposits. So you now move on to CAS. Now, this CAS, some schools they do, I think all schools do pre-CAS interview. They do an interview with you before they issue this CAS to you because this schools, they are the ones sponsoring you to come to the UK with your dependent. So they will have to ask you some questions before they can give you this CAS. It's not by paying deposit alone. Some people still fail at the point of doing pre-CAS interview. So this pre-CAS interview, I feel like if you are the one that wrote your statement of purpose, you should be able to answer a few questions from, because what they will ask you is still, why are you choosing UK? When you get to the UK, your dependent, what do they want to be doing? why do you want to? I feel like before now they do interview at the immigration, but during COVID they kind of stop it. I don't know the story. I don't want to say what I don't know, but that's why they now do this precast interview. They do it. Most of the interviews are online, maybe through phone call or video interviews. So they ask you all the questions like, what are the other countries that you consider? Do you have a proof of funds? Your dependent, how many dependent are you coming in with? What will they be doing? What degree do you have? Why are you switching course? It's unique to different schools depending on who interview you. It's just like what are they calling immigration office in UK arrivals here. It depends on who you meet. So yeah, you know about wale. That's all the question they will ask you. Let your mother said just follow you there. So some schools require precast interview. I think all schools do precast interview. So after you have passed the precast interview, now you get your CAS. And then you can start the process. But then some schools before CAS, they will ask you to get proof of funds, to upload your proof of funds. That is your bank statement for your proof of funds. They'll ask you to upload it before they can give you CAS. Now, we are still on CAS, but we will digress to proof of funds. Yes. So proof of funds now. Carry your calculator, my brother, my sister. Let's calculate the proof of funds. So guys, the proof of funds now. As we were saying, proof of funds, the most important part. Is it the most important? I don't know. But then proof of funds. There are two proof of funds. Okay. The proof of funds is going to show. I told you that, let's, for example, the school you're applying to, their school fees is 13,000. I think that's the lowest you can see. Cheapest. I don't know. If you have somebody that has gone to a cheaper school, please tell people in the comment section so that they can link up. But I think 13,000 is like the cheapest school you can see. So if this 13,000, they told you that you should pay 3,000 deposits. You pay 3,000 as deposit, so you have 10,000 balance of school fees to pay. So now this proof of funds consists of this balance of school fees and your living expenses for 9 months. It's not hard. Let's just. So if I remember, I'm going to be putting the way it is on UK Gov website. I'll be putting it in the screen. So if you are going to be staying in London, the price of your living expenses is different from if you are going to be staying outside London. So as the main applicant, if you are going to be staying in London, you are going to have £1,334 times 9 months if you are going to be staying in London. But a lot of people don't stay in London. How many people they stay in London? But some people still stay there though. So if you are going to be staying outside London, you are supposed to have £1,023 times 9 months. So you are going to show your living expenses that you can take care of yourself for 9 months. Then with the balance of your school fees. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So let's calculate. So if let's just use this scenario that nobody wants to stay in London, that everybody's staying outside London. Let's just go like that. But if you want to stay in London, just know that your proof of funds is 1334. But let's use I'm using outside London or areas close to London. Okay. So 1,023 times 9 months, multiply by 9 months times Yoruba. So that's £9,207. That's your living expense. And then you have how much as your balance of school fees? 10,000 plus 10,000 that we assume though that is your balance of school fees. So that's you need £19,207 to be in your proof of funds in your bank to show as proof of funds before they give you cash. Mind you, before you apply for visa, you also need this proof of funds. So some schools ask for it before they give you cash. So you have to have it in your account for 28 days. When it matures, luckily for some people, immediately they get their cash, they apply for their visa with the same statement. But it doesn't work like that all the time for some people. So just know that if you have the money in your account and they give you your CAS, you still have to have that money in your account while you apply for your visa. So you need 19,207 to be in your account. Mind you, they don't allow corporate accounts, but if you are going alone, maybe you have a sponsor, that maybe it's your father that is sponsoring you, your father will have to write authorization letter, or your mother, then you can use their bank account with this money inside it to as your proof of funds. Just print out the bank statement. That's all they need. You send to them. When they confirm, they give you your CAS. Same applies to when you're applying for visa, so that we'll not see this thing again during visa. Let's just round it up here. So if you have a dependent now, so 19,207, me that I stopped calculating in naira since I got here, because if you calculate in naira now, you'll be scared. But 19,207, just multiply it by the rate. Let's say rate is 820 black market. Let's say 820. I don't know. I don't know for sure what the rate is at this morning, but anything the rate is then. So you need 15.7 million to be in your account, naira to be in your account as your proof of funds. That is before this scenario that we use, that you have 10,000 balance of school fees. Some people have lesser balance of school fees to pay. So for this scenario, so just use your own calculations. The school you're applying for, let's say your school is 16,000, you pay 50%, 8,000, so you have 8,000 balance. Do you understand? So that is this for the proof of funds. So that proof of funds now is for the main applicant, that is you. So if you have a dependent, maybe your husband or your child that is coming with you, proof of funds for dependent in London is 845 per month times 9 months. Why am I saying times? Multiply by 9 months. So if it's outside London, the scenario that we are using, you are going to be paying £680 multiplied by, I almost say times again, multiply by 9 months. So let's keep this one aside, 15.7 blah, blah, blah million. That's for you. So your dependent now will be paying £680 multiplied by 9 months. That's all that they are paying, £6,120. So multiplied by the rates. But I think most times the rates are the trade system rates, which is quite cheaper. So don't be scared about that plenty money I just calculated. I think the rates that they use, I'm just saying, because Nigeria, you never can see the way rates is just, Nigeria is just getting less in value every day. So let's just put it at the back of your mind that it can be any price. So this, for your dependents, you are supposed to pay 6,120 for their living expense. Them, no balance of school fees for them, just their living expense. So if you have, let's say you have a child and your husband and your wife, 6,120 multiplied by 2, that's 12,240. Then you multiply it by the rate. Let's even say rate is 800. That's your dependent, your two dependent, they need like 9.8 million. Multiply plus your own. So just calculate it like that. But that's for proof of funds. I think we have been able to squash the proof of funds. I think you understand. If there's anything you don't understand, please drop it in the comment section. I will answer. Or maybe you can, if you're my friend, you can chat me privately. Yes. But if you're not my friend, don't chat, ask me in the comment section. I'm just trying as much as possible. All these things, don't be scared. All this money, you people have it. I know that my subscribers are rich people. Rich people, rich people, rich people, rich. So me now, I don't have money. I'm broke and I still did it. So if I can do it, my God that did it for me will do it for you. Mafo. So that's it about the proof of funds. So now some schools require the proof of funds before you get CAS. Why some don't? Luckily for you, if you have school that don't require proof of funds before you get CAS, hooray! So if you have school that require proof of funds before CAS, that's what you are going to do. So now, where are we? We are done with CAS. So once you get your CAS, CAS is what people are always waiting for. A lot of people are always waiting for CAS. But once you get your CAS, first going to be doing Thanksgiving. Baba, Baba, means thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Don't mind me. So that is about CAS. So let's move on to, we've talked about IOM. IOM, That's tuberculosis test. IOM, for those of you that don't know, means International Organization for Migration. They are the one in charge of the tuberculosis test. So we've talked about IOM, we've talked about CAS, we've talked about admission. Now we are going to visa. Visa application. That's where we are going to now. So what we are talking about now is visa application. I need water. So this visa application now, this is where the help of an experienced person comes in. But I told you that the school used to have representatives that you can talk to. You can always tell them to help you while applying for the visa, because even we did the process by ourselves, but we still had to tell that the representative of the school to help us applying for visa, because there are some questions that you might just not know how to answer. You should not go and do mistake. Yeah. So any representative of your school that has been assigned to you, just talk to them to help you apply for visa. In our own scenario, the person helped us. No wahala, nothing. We just sent details and the person helped us. So during this visa application, that's where you pay for your visa, and then you pay for your IHS fee. IHS fee is a immigration health surcharge. It's like an insurance fee that you pay so that you can get free treatment when you get to the UK. Though when you get to the UK, you still do some process to register, but then that's like the money you pay to get healthcare services. So hope you guys are not getting tired. I don't know, this video, if it's too long, I'll just share it into two parts, part 1, part 2, episode 1, episode 2, because some people get bored. But I feel like if you really need this information, you should be able to watch the videos to the end. I don't know, if it's me, I'll watch it to the end. So the documents that you need for your visa. Okay, let's first talk about price. The IHS price now. The amount you are paying for IHS is actually the amount differs depending on your course. Again, I didn't remember to mention that there are some schools that you apply to, and some courses that some are 1 year, some are 2 years. Those ones that are 2 years, the second year are placement year, that's IT year. You go and do IT. So, but they are 2 years. Some are even less than 2 years, some are 18 months, some are 20 months, depending. So this IHS fee now, it depends on the number of years that you are studying your course. So there is no like a fixed price for it. In my own case, I paid almost 1,500 for IHS in dollars. IHS and visa, we paid in dollars. I don't know why. I don't know, but we paid in dollars. So my IHS fee, I paid almost 1,500 as dependent, and my husband paid 1,545 as in the main applicant. So this IHS fee, I think it depends on the amount that you pay. As I have a friend, Eniola. I think Eniola paid the IHS fee. Eniola's IHS was 897.47. Yeah. So it depends on the number of years your school is, the number of period of your program. That would determine the amount you're paying for both IHS and visa. But from the UK Gov website, they said every stay that is higher than 6 to 12 months, visa application fee is £470, while extra stay less than 6 months is £235. That might be a lot of numbers, but then just know that your visa and IHS fee depends on the number of years of course that you are studying, because your visa too, like your IHS now, they will collect for both if you are using 2 years, like we now that our course, my husband's course is 2 years, you are paying IHS for 2 years. Even our own course is over 2 years, so they still collected money for the maybe 1 month extra. They still collected money for it for both IHS and visa. So for IHS rather. So that's it about IHS and visa. You have to pay that amount at the point of applying for your visa. So let's just use my husband's own. He paid 477 for visa, and then IHS 1545 for IHS 0.04. So everything was 2,000 $422. You multiply it by the dollar rate. Myself, I paid 462 for my visa, and then I paid 1495.79 for my IHS. So all I paid was 1957.79 as my own both visa and IHS fees. So I don't want to just bore you guys about this particular IH and visa money. Just have it at the back of your mind, like it's like one of the main payments that you do while applying for the process. Just keep the amount of money down. Maybe if you're a family of 2 in naira, you can keep like 2 million naira for it, or 1.5, like 2 million naira, depending on the year of your course. Just keep like 2 million naira for it. But then I might be putting it in the description box, the amounts that we paid, or if you can grab it from this video. But our own course is 2 years. Okay, so if your course is 1 year without placement, your price will definitely be cheaper. So that's it about IOM and IHS and visa payment. So now, documents that you need to apply for your visa. So while applying for this visa, they have self-service. I don't know why my throat is just drying. Sorry. So to apply for the visa, there is self-service and assisted service. Self-service, that means you upload all your documents by yourself. Assisted service, you take all the documents to the TLS contacts. This TLS contacts, you only have two. One in Lagos, one in Abuja. So you have to start applying early so that you can get a closer date to go and do your visa application. So if you do the self-service, you upload all your documents by yourself. But if you are using the assisted service, you have to pay. But then you take all your documents to the place. If you are not sure of yourself, you can take it there. I think it's like 10,000. I can't remember. I don't know. I did not call any price, but I can't remember. So you take it there. They will upload all the documents for you, and then you pick a date for biometrics. So after you go for your biometric, before then, let me just say the documents that we use in applying for the visa. So you will use recommendation letter from, you will use your data page of your passport photograph, international passport, your proof of funds. I told you it has to mature for 28 days. And by counting that 28 days, please don't count the day that the money entered the account as part of the 28 days, so that you can leave space. You can even use 30 days, but it's 28 days. So you use your data page, your biodata page from international passport. You upload your bank statement for the proof of funds. You upload your certificate and your transcript. You upload your TB certificate. That's when this tuberculosis test result comes in. You upload your TB test certificate. Mind you, this tuberculosis test is valid for 6 months. So if you think you are going in January, now is not too early to do it. You can use it. It's valid for 6 months. The result is valid for 6 months. So if you are going in January, you can do it like now. Do you understand? It's valid for 6 months. So you upload that too while applying for your visa. You upload your IHS transaction payment slip, that the money you used to pay for IHS and visa, you upload it. Then you upload your CAS letter. The CAS letter that was given to you by your school, you upload it, and then your offer of employment. That is, if you are working in Nigeria before you go, you just get your recommendation letter from your work, offer of employment. That's what you apply as the main applicant. All these things I listed, I believe that if you're watching me, you might just be the main applicant. I don't know. But then let me, so that it will not be as if we are biased, let's call for dependents like we like this. So the dependents, now you upload your marriage certificate. If you are the husband or the wife, upload your marriage certificate. If you did change of name, upload your newspaper publication of change of name. You know how they do it in a newspaper publication. Then you upload your passport, the data biodata page of your passport. If you do change of name, and you have to upload both the old and the new. The old one carrying your father's name and the new one carrying your new son name. You upload both. Then your tuberculosis test certificate, your proof of funds too. Both of you can just put the money in the same account and use it. That's what we did. So the CAS of the main applicant, that is the CAS of your partner that is going to school, you upload it. IHS confirmation slip, that is the payment confirmation of IHS, you upload it. Then you upload like family pictures. If you have wedding pictures or family pictures, people are doing lovely, so that they can know that people are really couples. So you upload family picture. Like if you are going with your child, to just get a family picture. Everybody will have family picture. Don't have family pictures. You don't know why I don't have family picture. So upload your family video, go and call Baba Photo to start snapping for you. So you upload your family picture. In our own case, we just uploaded wedding pictures and then that was it. So you upload in PDF format if you are doing self-service. But if you are not doing self-service, just pack all these documents. Leave no stones unturned. Pack everything to the TLS contact. They will assist you, but you have to pay. So while you apply for your visa, if you go for application, if you apply for your visa online, you will now get a date for biometric, which is most likely if you are not doing priorities, like the next week, safe, they'll give you date for biometrics to come and do your biometrics. So on your biometrics day, you go with your appointment mail. That is, they'll send you an appointment mail that today is your appointment for biometrics. You go with your, I'm trying to be fast because this video is long already. You go with your appointment mail, you go with your checklist, your biodata page of international passports. Then this checklist is just, when you apply for visa, you know about it. It's just a list of all the documents you uploaded. Then you go with your main passport, your hard copy international passports. That's what you go to the TLS contact on your biometrics day. After biometrics is just on printing and face this. After you do the biometrics, from the story I read online, from what I read online, they say 15 working days, your visa should be out. In my own scenario, I paid for delivery. I didn't have to go back. I did not have to go back to the TLS contact to get my visa. I paid for delivery to DH. I think it's about 8,000. Then you can also pay for SMS alert. I think 250 or so, 250 naira. That one's not expensive. So if you can pay for DHL service, pay for DHL. If you cannot, you have to go there to get your passport whenever they send you mail that your visa is ready. So, at parí o, you are done. You are done. That's all. So after the biometrics, you submit at the point of biometrics, in your biometrics, you submit, they will collect your passport. So after that, maybe in 15 working days later, as the main applicant, you get your passport. I don't know, Sha. I would not advise that you book your flights before. If you applied as early as possible for your visa, and your visa came in like maybe like you have like 1 month to traveling and your visa came in, lucky for you. I think it's quite good because you're able to apply for your flight early enough and then get cheaper flight because Miami, during that time that you are going, you'll be seeing flights with like you'll be as if you enter bus to UK. Flights are always very expensive. So if you have faith, if your faith is strong, like the what it is called, mustard seed. I don't know. If you have faith, Sha, once you apply for your visa, you can just book your flight. That is, yes, you can just book your flight. That is, if you have time. Like if you apply for your visa very early, you can just book for your flight. Like let's say you have 1 month to travel date, you can book for your flight before your visa comes in. Just have like 1 month at the back of your mind for visa to come in. Some people won't take more time. I don't know, but mine take like 17 working days. My husband's one took like 15 working days. So there is no specific time. Depends on when they finish making decision. So you can book for flights. In our one case, we came with Qatar Airways, and I'm using this medium to recommend Qatar Airways. They are so lovely. The flight was smooth. If you have seen my previous video, you have seen video on the traveling. The flight was smooth and they were just awesome. So if you don't have money for British Airways, which is a straight flight, or Virgin Atlantic, you can just book Qatar Airways. Like I recommend them. Yeah, if you have the money, it's not too expensive, but they are cheaper flights. That's what I'm saying. If you have the money, they are always cheaper flights, like cheaper airlines. So book your flight and I'll be waiting for you at the UK arrivals. I'll be bringing flowers to you to come and welcome you in January. I believe you are watching this video, you are just coming in January. So come and study in January. Come. We are waiting for you. So I think with this viewpoint of mine, those days after lecture, what do you used to buy for lecturers? Malt and meat pie. People are supposed to buy malt and meat pie for me because I've tried, I've talk. So guys, I think this is all you need to know. If there's anything I remember, I'll drop it in the comment section. If there's anything I feel like I omitted, I'll be putting it in the screen. I'll make sure I watch this video again before I edit so that I can put in vital information that I forgot to mention. there. So we've come to the end of the video, and if you have watched this video to this period, if I did not cut this video into 12 and you watch it to this period, MVP. Thank you so much. That means you have stayed tuned to the end of the video, and I really appreciate. Thank you. I know that you also learned something from it. It's not just me that is you're helping yourself too. But still, thank you for watching. I really appreciate and I love you. Once again, my name is Abisola and the name of this channel is Real Baby. And I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye guys. Don't forget to see me. Bye guys. Guys, please don't see. I've put in my all to create this content, to make this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share with your friends. This video will help a lot of people, I promise. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. I need your subscriptions. I don't know why you people have viewed my video like 2 times and I have not yet subscribed. Shall I offend you? Tell me, let me beg you. Shall I should kneel down? Please subscribe to my channel, like, comment. Don't just watch video, comment. If you don't have anything to say, just say, Bisola, I like you. Bisola, I don't like you. Comment something, like the video. Please, it really helps. Thank you. I know that after this begging that I beg, you people will do normal. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video that I'll be dropping very soon. I have backloads of content. Bye, guys. I love you.